Welcome students. Welcome to the next lecture of English Language and Literature Code 184 CBSE Class 10 First Term Syllabus. I have already uploaded the videos of unit number 1 and 2. Today we are going to start with unit number 3 titled Two Stories About Flying. It is divided into two parts. Today in this video we are going to learn the first part, which is titled His First Flight. This is written by Liam O'Flaherty. Let's talk about it. As the title suggests, his first flight, that means we are talking about a bird which is going to take its first flight. This first thing is very important. As a child, when you start walking, your parents play a big role there. Their motivation helps you to walk. Okay, let us talk about some of the vocabulary words that you would come across in the chapter. The first one is ledge. The picture I have taken for ledge, this is called ledge. Fine, a narrow shelf that just out from a vertical surface. Shrilly means high-pitched voice. Skim the waves. This is the picture for skimming the waves. When you are moving along the surface of something, you can see the bird is not getting drowned. It is not even flying. It is just moving along the surface of the water. This is known as skimming the waves. Birds love to do it. Herring is a kind of a fish. Devo, when you are very hungry and you are eating the food hurriedly by filling up your mouth, then we say that he is devouring the food. Cackle is again a noise cry of a bird. Whet, you might have seen the birds sharpening their beaks to cut the flesh they are eating. So that is known as whet. That means to sharpen their beaks. Preening, this is the picture for preening. When the birds are cleaning their feathers using their beak, that is known as preening. Plaintively, that means you are sad. Swoop means a quick movement by a bird. That a bird passes across you. You can make out that a bird has passed across you, but you're not able to see that which bird was it. So it is a quick movement of a bird. Beckoning, in simple words, I can say that it is to welcome somebody, to call somebody. Fine, that is known as beckoning. We would come across these words in this chapter. Let's start with it. Okay, let me erase it first. Let's go with it. The chapter opens with this line: the young seagull was alone on his ledge. His two brothers and his sisters had already flown away. The day before, he had been afraid to fly with them. Somehow, when he had taken a little run forward to the brink of the ledge and attempted to flap his wings, he became afraid. So, what is happening? We are talking about a young seagull. Seagull is a kind of a bird, which picture has been shown to you here. Fine. So, a young seagull was there. It was alone on the ledge. I just showed you the picture of the ledge, the vertical shelf. Okay? It is a kind of a mountain in the sea. Okay, it is a ledge there and the seagull is sitting there. His two brothers and his sister, that means his siblings has already taken their first flight and they have been enjoying their first flight. But he is not able to muster up courage to take his first flight. Though he is trying to do it by coming at the verge of the ledge. Verge means if this is the ledge, this is known as verge. The extreme portion from where one has to jump. This is known as verge. Fine. So it is coming to the verge and it is trying to take its first flight, but it is not able to muster up the courage. Why? Because it feels that if it would take the jump, the wings are not going to support him. Fine. The great expanse. Expanse means the large area, open area of the sea. The bird is afraid to see the large area of the sea which is stretched in front of him. It is miles down and the height of the ledge is high. So the sea is miles down and sea is very big area too. He felt certain that his wings are not going to support him, as I have already told you. He bent his head, ran away back to the little hole under the ledge. Under the ledge, there is a hole where it ran away. It was coming to the verge of the ledge to take its first flight, but it was being afraid and it was running back to the hole into the ledge. Even when each of his brothers and his little sisters, whose wings were far shorter than his own, ran to the brink, flapped their wings and flew away. So this is very surprising. that his brothers and sister, might be some are younger to him, but they could muster up the courage. They came to the brink. Again means the verge of something. I again show you drawing it, that would be easier for you. Brink also means, for example, this is the ledge, this is the brink. Okay, so this is the cornered position from where you have to take the jump. So his younger brothers and sister have already come at the verge, at the brink, and they have already taken the flight by flapping their wings, and they could run away from there. They plunged into the water. Plunge means they jumped into the water, jumped from the ledge. They were jumping, and then they were flapping their wings, and finally they were able to fly away. His father and mother had come around. His father and mother has also been trying to tell the seagull to take its first flight, but it was afraid. It was afraid to take its first flight. Let's go on further. His brother and sister has already taken flight, as I have already told you. His parents are calling to him shrilly. They are shouting at the seagull. They are upbraiding him. Upbraiding, please write it down. Upbraiding means to scold. They are scolding him. They are threatening that we are not going to give food to you. We are going to let you starve on the ledge unless you are taking your first flight. Starve means a person who is hungry. So we are going to we are not going to give you any food there unless you are taking your first flight. But for the life of him, but he was so afraid that he would lose his life, therefore he was not able to take its first flight. See beta, if you are thinking that your parents are getting angry with you, they are scolding you, they have been strict to you, that does not mean that they do not love you. This means that they want you to learn something in your life that would help you only, not them. Let's continue. That was 24 hours ago. Now it has been 24 hours and he has not taken his first flight. Since then, nobody has come near to him. His siblings, his parents have not come to him. He has been just watching his parents, that they are helping his brothers and sisters in perfecting their flight, in teaching them how to skim the waves. As I have showed you, that skimming the waves means touching the water and just flying across it, flying just near the surface of the water. And they are also telling how to dive for fish. This is the picture which shows this thing, that how to dive for fish. That you are just flying near the surface of the water. As you saw the fish, you dived, you caught the fish, and you are out and flying again in the air. So they have the parents have been teaching his brothers and sisters that how to dive for fish. In fact, seen his older brother catch his first herring. Now he's standing on the ledge, is able to see that what his brothers and sisters have been doing there. They have been catching the fishes, they have been eating it, they have been enjoying their flight along with their parents. Even his older brother had caught his first herring. Herring is a kind of a fish, and he was enjoying it. Devouring it means enjoying the food, sitting on a rock. His parents were circling around him, and his parents were really very happy. And why were they happy? Because that bird had caught the fish for the very first time. So his parents have been circling around him, and they are producing a cackle. Cackle means noise. They are producing the happy cackle because they are feeling proud that their baby bird, their nestling, has caught his first herring and it would be able to survive now. All the morning, whole family had walked about on the big plateau, midway down the opposite cliff, taunting him for his cowardice. Now, when parents have seen this thing, that the bird is not trying to take his first flight, now every member of the family had been walking on the big plateau. Plateau is a kind of a thing like this, as you can see in the picture. That is the plateau, the flat surface. This is the plateau. Okay. So now they are taunting him that you are coward. Coward means a person who is not brave is called coward. So they are calling him coward, though he was not coward. He was not able to muster up the courage. But the parents were calling him a coward. They were taunting that you are a coward. You are not able to take your first flight. Now what is happening? The sun was ascending. The sun was coming out. The night was over. It was blazing on the ledge, and because of the heat and because of being hungry for last night, he was feeling weak now. He stepped slowly at the brink. Again, he came at the brink of the ledge, as I am telling you again and again, at the corner of the ledge. and now it is trying to just gain the attention of his parents. Sometimes you also do this emotional drama just to attract the attention of your parents. What is he doing? He came at the brink of the ledge. It stood on the one leg, and other leg he hid under the wing, I'm sorry. He closed one eye and then the other, and then he was trying and pretending means doing a fake acting that he is falling asleep there at the corner of the edge. That means he was just pretending and showing his parents that at the corner he is sleeping, he might fall down from there. Fine. Okay. Still, they took no notice of him because parents are smarter than you. So the parents did not take notice of him. He saw his two brothers and his sister. They were sleeping. Dozing means they were sleeping on the plateau, sinking their heads under their feathers. Okay, sinking their heads onto their necks. Okay. His father was preening. I have given the picture of preening here. You might have seen the birds cleaning their feathers with the help of their beak. That is known as preening. So his brothers and sisters are sleeping. Father is preening the feathers, and only his mother is looking at him. Okay. What is she doing? Let us find out. Okay. Yes. Only his mother is looking at him. She was just standing on a high hump. That means a high area on the plateau. She's just standing there, and her white breast thrust forward. She has been standing with a proud look. She has a fish in front of her. Fine. And what is she doing? She's scraping each side of her beak on the rock. Scraping means sharpening her beak just to eat that fish. Fine. The sight of the food maddened him. As he was hungry for last 24 hours, he could not control. He was getting mad because of hunger. He loved the way his mother was steering the food, and his mother knew this thing. Therefore, just to attract his attention, she was doing it. Did you see how smart the mother is? He was trying to gain the attention of his parents by pretending to fall asleep at the verge of the ledge. But his mother, smarter than him, she is trying to gain his attention by eating the food the way he eats. Fine. Scraping the beak again and again to wet it. Wet, I have already told you to sharpen it. She was scraping her beak on the rock. The birds do it just to sharpen their beak. Fine. So now what happened? What does his mother do? Ga ga ga, he cried her to bring him some food. Now when he could see that everybody is busy, father is preening, my siblings are sleeping, so he is just trying to gain the attention of mother, and he is speaking out ga ga ga, he crying and he is begging to give him food. But mother is screaming back, go khala. That means derisively she is saying. Derisive means in a ridicule way, to show hatred, that unless you are just trying to take the flight, I'm not going to help you out. And he kept calling out plaintively, and he is just calling out again and again. Plaintively means being sad. And after a minute he gave a joyful scream. So why did he give the joyful scream? Let us find out. His mother had picked up a piece of fish, and she was flying across the plateau. Okay, and she was holding that scrap of fish in its beak, and she was bringing it to the bird which was on the ledge. This is the ledge, this is the bird. It has the food, and it is coming to serve the food to the bird which was on the ledge. He leaned out eagerly, he jumped out eagerly, tapping the rock. He was just tapping the rock with his feet. He wanted to go near to the food that was there in his mother's mouth. She was just opposite to him, but she stopped there. She stopped midway. You can look into the picture. She did not come very close to the bird. She stopped midway. She was just flying and she stopped here, and her wings became motionless. Now she is not taking the further flight, just she is hanging there in the air. She is in the midway in the air, just near the seagull which is there on the ledge. Now what happened? He waited for a moment. He was thinking that why his mother was not coming close to him. And as he was maddened by hunger, he dived at the fish. He jumped at the food that was there in its mother's beak. With a loud scream, he fell outward and downward. Now, when what happened? As it jumped, it fell here. It fell It was just going down into the water. It was in the open space. Then what happened? Let us see. What do you feel? What might have happened? Then let us see. Okay. Then a monstrous terror seized him. That he was monstrous means very big. Terror means when you are afraid of something. So he seized means caught, to catch something. So he was caught by a terror which was beyond imagination. He was terrified. He was really very much afraid. As his heart, as his heart stood still, he was not able to take breath. He could hear nothing, but it only lasted a minute. This was his situation for a minute. The next moment, he felt his wings. He spread them outwards. And then he found that the wind was touching his feathers under his stomach and against wings. He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. That means when he tried, he just started flapping his wings. This is a very natural thing. The bird will always try to do it. So it was a natural thing. When it was about to, it was falling down, it started flapping its wings. What happened now? He could feel the tips of his wings cutting through the air. He was able to feel the air cutting through, sorry, he was able to feel the wings cutting through the air. He was able to go along with the air. Now he was not falling headlong. Headlong means when you're not able to control your body and you're falling. Earlier he was falling down like this, but now he was able to control his fall. He was soaring. Soaring means to take a high fly. So he was soaring, though he was downwards only, but he was soaring. And what happening? He is gradually downwards and outwards. He is no longer afraid. He felt a bit dizzy. Dizzy means a little bit not properly see. He was not able to see properly. Why he was feeling a bit dizzy? Because it was his first flight. He did not know how to react while having the first flight. He again flapped his wings and he is now moving upwards. And he's speaking ga 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 go alha whatever. His mother was flying across him. Her wings, she was making loud noise. She was happy to see her son taking his first flight. She was also screaming. Now his brothers and sister also joined him. Fine. They were curveting. Please, it is important. You should know the meanings of all. They were curveting, they were banking, they were soaring, and they were diving. So, what is the meaning of curveting? Curveting means jumping on the hind legs. That means the back legs. When you're jumping on your back legs, that is known as curveting. Banking means when your one wing is higher than the other one. You can see in the picture this bird, one wing higher than the other wing. Fine, this is banking. Soaring means just to take a high fly, just to move upward. Dive means to come down directly. Take it to dive for fish, as we had learned there. Then he completely forgot that he was not able to take flight. He was commending himself. That means he was appreciating himself. Okay, he was diving, he was soaring, taking the high fly. He was curving. I have already told you, jumping on your hind legs, back legs, shrieking shrilly, and he was even shouting with a high pitched voice. Fine. So it was his first flight. Now he was near the sea. He was able to see the clear look of the sea. He was very far up from the sea till now. He was flying straight over it, facing straight over the sea. Now how the ocean would look to him? He was looking the ocean. The ocean was looking green to him because he was able to see the marine life there, the plants growing there. So the with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. He was just saying cow, 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 and he was enjoying. Amuse means to enjoy something. He was really happy. His parents and brothers and sister also landed in front of him. It was a green flooring, because you know that because of algae there, the plateau would look green. They were inviting him. They were calling Shrilly. As I told you, the meaning of beckoning is to invite. They were calling him. Okay. They were calling Shrilly. They were shouting at him. He dropped his legs. He was tired because he had not eaten for long. He dropped his legs and he was standing in the green sea. That means he was skimming the waves. His legs were sinking into the water. He screamed. He attempted to take the flight again. He flapped his wings, but he was too tired and weak because of hunger. He could not rise and he felt exhausted. Exhausted means he felt tired. Fine. Let's move on. Tired by the strange exercise. What tired him? Because he has done a great exercise taking his first flight. So he was really tired. And his belly means stomach, was touching the water. but he was not sinking. He was enjoying lying on that green flooring of sea. He was floating on it. He was not sinking into the water. He was just floating on the surface of the water. And his family was around him. They were screaming, they were shouting, they were praising him. And with their beaks, they were offering him the scraps of dogfish. Dogfish is a kind of fish. All they were giving him the scraps means the tiny parts of dogfish in his mouth. So the last line says that he made his first flight. That was his first flight that he has made. So that's also what we have learned, that there was a seagull which was not able to take his first flight. His all the family members had taken the first. Sorry, his siblings had already taken the first flight, and he was not able to muster up the courage. The mother tried to attract his attention by showing the fish that she was eating there. She brought the fish, a piece of fish in its mouth, just to attract the attention of the seagull. She was successful, as when the seagull looked at that piece of fish in his mother's mouth, he jumped at it, and then it was the natural thing for a bird to flap its wings, and he started taking the first flight. Okay, so this was all about the chapter. This is telling you an important thing about the parents, that how do parents undergo difficulties in teaching their kids the small things in life. Fine. Now, this is the extract from the chapter. We are going to do some of the MCQs from the chapter, which would help you to score better in your examination, kids. He just felt a bit dizzy. Then he flapped his wings once and he soared upwards. Ga ga ga, ga ga ga, go all a. His mother swooped past him, her wings making a loud noise. He answered her with another scream. Then his father flew over him screaming. He saw his two brothers and his sister flying around him, curveting, banking, soaring, and diving. Then he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly, and he commended himself to dive and soar and curve and shrieking shrill. So you can make out, this is the extract from that part where he had taken his first flight, and it was a natural thing for the birds to take first flight, and every family member of him was enjoying that he had taken his first flight. What is the first question? Pick the most appropriate reason why the young girl felt dizzy. Why was he feeling dizzy? This is the question. So why was he feeling a little bit dizzy? The first question is, the first part is, he had not eaten anything for a day. He was dizzy with excitement. He was wary of heights. He was afraid of heights. He was flying for the first time. So it would be D part. It was his first flight. Therefore, he was feeling a bit dizzy. How would you describe the screams of the girls in the given extract? So that means all the seagulls have been shouting, they are shrieking. So what kind of shrieking are they producing there? So let us find out. Okay, let me take it again. That was B part. Okay. They were elated. That means elation means happy. They were bewildered, bewilderment. That means they were confused. They were in shock, or they were in protection of something. So it is elation. They were happy that the bird had taken it first flight. So let's move to the next question. Question number 3 of the same extract. It says, okay, give me a second. Okay, let's go with it. The line, he completely forgot that he had not always been able to fly. What does it imply? When he was taking his first flight, he forgot that he was not able to take flight. So what does it mean? A part, great confidence the young girl had in his skills, naturalness of the act of flying for the young girl, satisfaction and joy of flying together as a family, desire of the young girl to leave his fears behind. So, as I've already told you, it is very natural for a bird when it would be falling headlong, it would flap its wings and it would take the flight. So, it would be B part. Okay. Which of the following mirrors the use of literary device used in shrieking shrilly? Shrieking shrilly is giving you the example of alliteration. So we are given with 4 options, and we have to tell that which option among these tell us that it too have the alliteration in it, and the same type of alliteration. Fine. So what the first one is, give me a second. Sparking saga, singing soft, slippery slopily, sneeze silently. So it is C part, because the 2 letters are SH, there's SL. So like this, the voice is matching there. Therefore, it mirrors means it is similar. Fine. So I'm moving to the next one. The last question for this extract. The extract refers to many movements of the young girl's brothers and sister. As I told you, what were they doing? They were, well, just find out, curveting, banking, soaring, and diving. In the same sequence, you have to tell that which part is telling it. You can go and read it The young seagulls, brothers and sister, flew by, tilting their wings, rose high, made darting movements, and plunged head first. Next is the young girls, brothers and sister, flew by plunging head first, making darting movements, tilted their wings, and rose high. You have to tell the sequence. All the four options are same, but the sequence is different. The young seagulls, brothers and sister, flew with darting movements, tilted their wings, rose high, and plunged head first. The young seagulls, brothers and sister, flew by rising high, plunging head fast, making darting movements, and tilting their wings. The answer would be C part. Fine, I am moving ahead. These are some direct questions from the chapter. We'll be doing it. Why was he afraid to fly? The answer to this would be he was afraid his wings will not support him. B part. Why did the parents threaten him with if he did not fly away? The answer to this to be C part. To starve. They had said this thing that we are not going to give you food, so they are going to starve him. C part. Third question, I'm sorry. What were his parents teaching his brothers and sisters? Okay. To perfect the art of flying, to skim the waves, to dive for fish. It is all the above. D part. The sight of dash maddened him. So the fourth answer would be C part, the food. The sight of food maddened him. The next question. These are the last two questions. What urged him to make his first flight? Hunger, sight of fish, courage, both one and two. So it would be both one and two. Why did his mother stop midway while giving him the fish? A, B, C, D. A says she was mad at him to push him to fly out of hunger. She did not want to give him the fish. She got tired. She wanted to attract his attention because she wanted to play with her hunger, with his hunger. I'm really sorry. So it would be B part. Okay, this was the last thing. Okay, I have explained you the complete chapter. This is the message the chapter gives you. Necessity is the mother of invention, but it sometimes needs an initial spark from outside. This seagull got the initial spark from his parents and he could do what he was afraid to do. So keep on learning, keep on practicing. If you have issues, you can ask me to the chat box. Thank you, kids.